So I just played the demo for Deliver at All Costs, and I definitely would not want to be a delivery driver for this company in real life, but they're definitely fun to work for in game. Is this a game that you should be excited for? Let's break it down. My name's Jamston, and I love checking out new game demos and full releases and helping you find games to play. So let's get talking about Deliver at All Costs. For those that don't know, Deliver at All Costs is a chaotic and destructive delivery game set in 1950s United States. It's the first game Far Out Game Studios has developed and initially started off as a school project. You play as Winston Green, a genius engineer who left his family farm behind in search of a career to fulfill his creative mind. He struggled to find work as an engineer, and one day he heard an advertisement for a job at a local delivery company called We Deliver. You grab your notebook, jump in the car that you borrow from your neighbor, and head over to get your first job as a delivery driver. Once you've got the job, you'll be tasked with going off and doing some quick deliveries. So I only played about the first hour or so of the demo, so there isn't much more that I can tell you about the story, but I feel like there may be something to do with your life back at the farm, as well as your interest in rockets and engineering. There seem to be a few characters that are a little bit suspicious of you and your life back home, and also you as an engineer, so I'm really hoping they play into something around that throughout the story. But what really matters though from this demo is the gameplay itself. The gameplay for Deliver at All Costs is funnily enough based on picking up a delivery at one location and completing that delivery by taking it to another destination. That's the end of the review. We're done. There's nothing else needed. But anyway, I'm kidding. The gameplay itself is actually a blast because you never really know what you're going to be picking up next. The very first delivery you get is transporting a crate full of fireworks. That's not exactly something safe to transport for your very first trip, but it definitely introduces you to how crazy the game is going to be. You'll have fireworks flying all over the screen, and it's just absolute chaos. Some of the fireworks land on the road, and you'll need to avoid them or they will damage your car. What surprised me was just how chaotic the world can become in an instant. I was driving along with the fireworks, and then all of a sudden buildings are being blown to pieces, citizens are running at me with chainsaws, and society seemed to just crumble within seconds. There seems to be a bunch of different types of deliveries that exist. Some are time-based, going from one location to another, while others may require you to visit several locations, completing different tasks at each. Feels like each mission is going to be meticulously crafted to bring out the most chaos possible while also creating a unique feel for that delivery. I personally really enjoyed doing the second delivery, which was to take rotten melons to multiple locations without spilling them to get them to a point where they look like they are a fresh produce so that then this guy can sell them on. Given you had to keep as many as you could inside your delivery truck, it made me slow down for a second instead of trying to fly through the mission as quickly as possible, because even if I braked slightly, there would be 20 to 30 just flying out of the tray. I'm actually really interested to see what future deliveries look like, as I think they're going to throw some really insane moments at us as we progress further into the game. Apart from doing the deliveries as part of the main storyline, you'll also be able to find small side quests around the world to complete that will reward you in different ways while encouraging you to learn more about the cities that you're in. There's 5 or 6 different locations that we've seen so far, and I'm actually really excited to see how they each differ, how you need to do different missions through them, and kind of what's the story of each location. On top of all this, you'll be able to upgrade and customize your car with different inventions made by Winston based on blueprints that will be found throughout different locations you visit and also provided as rewards. I don't think customization will be super in depth for this, but I am hoping you get to spec out your car differently based on how you drive and how you handle the different deliveries and kind of what gear you want for that. Overall, the Deliver at All Cost demo was an absolute blast. I definitely recommend people keep an eye out for the full release, because if this game is something that's up your alley, I reckon you should definitely chuck it on your wish list. If you enjoyed this short little demo review, make sure that you like the video and also subscribe so that you can see more in the future, as these will be coming out regularly. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.